Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chat Sports. I'm your host, Nick Dais, and today we got a mailbag from all you lovely listeners and watchers of Chat Sports TV. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsports.tv. Your boy here is going to pay homage to the newly crowned NBA champion Toronto Raptors. Yes, I understand this jersey is super fire. And it is the best jersey in all of sports, I think, the old school Raptor. With that being said, why I want to show some love to the Toronto Raptors is because a lot of people are kind of slandering and throwing salt on their win. Look, I understand that the Warriors had some significant injuries to their team, and it kind of derailed their chances of going for a three-peat and being the first team to three-peat since those early 2000 Lakers teams with Shaq and Kobe. But here's the thing, of their run as of late, the Golden State Warriors, no team has really benefited more from surviving major injuries up until this postseason. Look, if you go back to 2015, Golden State really started their run and they won their first championship. And in that opening, their playoff run, they didn't have to go up against guys like Drew Holiday. Mike Conley missed some time in the Memphis series. They went up against the Cavs, who their best player outside of LeBron James was Matthew Dellavedova, who got rushed to the ER after Game 3, that win at home in Cleveland, because that's the most he's played in his career. Kyrie Irving didn't play. Kevin Love didn't play. If you fast forward to 2017, you had the Kawhi Leonard and Zaza Pachulia incident. If you remember, Kawhi Leonard had the highest plus-minus of any player in that game. And at the time that he got hurt, they were up about 23 points. And then you look at 2018, once again, they benefit from an injury to a very key player in Chris Paul, who Chris Paul pulls his hamstring after securing the win for the Houston Rockets at home in Game 5, and then they go on to lose the series. Look, injuries are part of the game. As I've gotten older, I've realized it's really hard to win a championship. Everything has to go right. You have to make sure that your sidekicks stay healthy and your team stays healthy, and the ball sometimes, as 76ers fans, has to bounce your way. So now we're going to get into the mailbag. All you guys sent a bunch of questions to my personal Twitter, that is at The Lamb Show on Twitter, and also the YouTube community on Chat Sports TV. Hats off once again to the Raptors, but let's get into the mailbag. Starting us off is Keisha at Kish on Twitter. When's Dolan gonna sell? Tremendous question. You must be a Knicks fan, because every single Knicks fan feels this way. James Dolan is one of the most controversial sports owners in all of sports, and especially in New York. He is not very popular with the fan base. Look, James Dolan is not going to sell the team for anything less than $5 billion. Maybe Jeff Bezos from Amazon could write him a nice check and buy the team. Hopefully, fingers crossed, basketball gods do this his favor. Here's the thing. The Knicks are the most successful, marketable, and successful, actually, we'll take that out, but they are the most valued franchise at $3 billion according to Forbes, and the Knicks have been a laughingstock. Over the past 5 years, only the LA Lakers have lost more games than the New York Knicks, and the Knicks have put out trash year after year, with the exception of a 2-week run with Linsanity. Shout out to Jeremy Lin, him getting himself a championship ring with the Raptors. And then that 1 year where everything went right with those aging vets like Jason Kidd, you had Tyson Chandler and Melo having a monster year and losing to the Pacers in the second round. It's been a laughingstock. When is Dolan going to sell? No idea. Your guess is as good as mine, but it's going to take a big check from a big pocketed guy to take the team from James Dolan. Next up, from the YouTube community, we got William McConaughey, sign Durant and let the young players grow. With that plan in mind, are there any players the Knicks could get on a 1-year deal to help them compete this year? That's a great question, William. This is something that we talked on a video recently about the top affordable free agents. I think the one thing the Knicks should do is surround those young guys with some veteran pieces. Look, it is all nice and dandy to have a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds, but it's not going to work out. You need a veteran mind to come and steer the ship for them. If you saw what happened with the Denver Nuggets this year, that's the kind of mold that I would envision the Knicks doing, right? You built through the draft, take RJ Barrett at number 3. He's pretty much said that he doesn't want to play for any other team but the New York Knicks. Already hit it off with Dave Fizdale. You got Mitchell Robinson, you got Kevin Knox, you got Frank Ntilikina, you got a bunch of young guys. get some aging veterans like maybe a Paul Millsap who's gonna probably he's a free agent, right? Get a guy like, well, Middleton might be overpaid, but you want to get a veteran presence to help lead the team and teach these guys the ropes. Look, these guys are going to be playing a lot more games than they were in college, so you do need a veteran mind. As far as what kind of guys on one-year deals, my biggest concern for the Knicks, and it goes into this segues into Brandon Thursby's question from the YouTube community. If the Knicks strike out on every free agent, who do you think they should get? And combining Williams and Brandon's question, my biggest concern for the Knicks is don't have a repeat of 2010, right? They strike out on LeBron James. They don't get Wade. They don't get all these big names that were available. So in full panic mode, the Knicks go out and they sign Amari Stoudemire. Look, Amari Stoudemire was arguably a top 3 MVP candidate up until the All-Star break. We even had Raymond Felton was an All-Star snub. And the biggest issue was you ended up panicking and signing guys. You had to get a free agent because you spent about 2-3 years prior to that summer clearing up cap space, getting rid of shitty contracts because you wanted the big name, and that was LeBron James. Look, the big name in this free agency class is Kevin Durant. We understand he tore his Achilles, but as far as Kevin Durant goes, I think Kevin Durant's going to be fine. Look, this is a rare case. Every situation is not the same, folks. Just because one guy tore his Achilles or his ACL and he didn't come back the same doesn't mean that all of them are going to be like that. And on the flip side, just because one guy tore his ACL or Achilles doesn't mean they're going to come back and be phenomenal too. I think Kevin Durant, if he's not going to play all of next year. An Achilles tear is probably the worst tear that you can have as an NBA professional basketball player. With that being said, Kevin Durant, at the start of 2020, he'll be 32 years old. He hasn't had a history of significant injuries besides that knee injury in 2013, and he clearly bounced back from that. Like we said, 32 years old. He doesn't have the body of a DeMarcus Cousins, who does carry a little extra weight on him that can be detrimental to his physical health, especially in the lower part of his body. And his game is going to age well. Kevin Durant can play until he's 38, similar to how Dirk Nowitzki did. He is a 7-foot big that can dribble, and he can create any shot and get any shot. So I do think Kevin Durant is going to be fine when he comes off his Achilles. What I think the Knicks should do, and my only hope, is I don't have names to give you. I just don't want them to get stuck into contracts like a max for Tobias Harris. Look, no offense, Tobias Harris. Shout out to you. You've had a tremendous career. You've improved every single season. But if the pipe dream was to get the Kawhi Leonards and the Kevin Durants on your team and you end up giving Tobias Harris a max, it's kind of 2010 all over again. So I want the Knicks to give a lot of one-year deals. Look, if Tobias Harris wants to come in for 25 mil, don't matter. I'll give it to him by all means. Field a competitive team, get some of these young guys some experience if they maybe make the 7 or 8 seed. But I do not want those max 4 or 5 year deals to the Jimmy Butlers and the Tobias Harrises of the world and Chris Middletons. Wait, just wait. Hell, sign Kevin Durant to a max. I don't care. I've been a Knicks fan all my life. We've given shitty contracts out before, and we're probably not going to stop. So to get a guy who's arguably a top 20 player in NBA history, why not take the chance? Like I said, it won't be the first time that we either mortgage the farm for some guy on a rental or we give a shitty contract out. So that's my question to that, what I think the Knicks should do as far as one-year deals goes. Last question from Christopher Jones. If the Nets get Kyrie, will they move D'Angelo Russell to shooting guard? And will the Knicks go after another star? Yes, the Knicks are definitely going to go after another star. Like we said earlier, we just don't want a max contract to a guy like a Jimmy Butler or Tobias Harris. Russell to shooting guard, I want to know who they're going to stop defensively, because Kyrie Irving and D'Angelo Russell, for as gifted as they are offensively, I think are a nightmare defensively. So the Nets are also going to have to answer whether or not they want to give a big extension to D'Angelo Russell, who I think his ceiling might be higher than Kyrie Irving because he is also younger and healthier. Thank you guys for watching the video. Chatsports.tv is the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys think of this mailbag. I hope we could do this again. This was really, really fun. I get to understand what kind of audience we are dealing with. Hats off once again to the Toronto Raptors and the Six. And we'll catch you guys next time.